Today we have a review of iPhone 12 Pro Max in 2023, and what I want to open during this video is whether this phone worth to buy. It's still selling, you can buy it still, this phone from the store. In some stores keep officially, in some stores not official. Officially, actually Apple cancels the sale of this phone, not to create competition to the new models, but still you can buy it second hand as well. So in my hand right now is iPhone 12 Pro in a blue color, and which is Pro version of 128 gig, which is the lowest version. So this phone was released 3 years ago, so currently we almost have iPhone 15 will arrive in September in 1 month. This phone arrived in September 2020. So the point of this video is to answer the question whether this phone is still worth to buy in 2023. So let's unlock this phone right now and try to answer. So the design itself, the design looks similar with all the new iPhones. Apple from iPhone 12 started this more sharp design and keep until iPhone 14. We don't know what will be on for 15, but most probably they will keep the design. Also, this Pro Max screen size doesn't change at all from the iPhone 12 until iPhone 14. The screen size still same. Also, the frame here is not huge, it's also quite small. Maybe in the newest iPhones it become a bit smaller, but still this one looks really fresh. The image like really juicy and looks really good. From a back side, what is the difference? Only the camera size. As you know, in the new iPhone, in iPhone 13, 14, the camera on Pro Max become bigger. Now it's almost occupy half of your back, half of your phone. Maybe camera goes here somewhere. And it's still 3 cameras. You have zoom, okay, let me show you here very briefly. You have 0.5 fisheye lens here, and we can make actually a brief photo testing, and which I will show you after I made these photos. Then you have just regular camera and 2.5 zoom. Maybe I make it here somewhere. So you've got the 3 modes. Also front camera, you can zoom it in, zoom it out. It's actually similar with iPhone 11. You have video, you can record 60 frames per second. You can make a slow motion video as well. Only HD available, 250 FPS time-lapse video, portrait mode, as it has LiDAR camera here. First, starting from iPhone 12, they installed this like 3D scanner. I think you see it. Yeah, you see it here. And the first time Apple used it, not the first time, not the last time, but yeah, they actually see here that how LiDAR camera will be used here. Yeah, the Pro Max version, 12 Pro Max, camera is better than iPhone 12 Pro. Basically, that's the only difference with the Pro version and this LiDAR camera. Also, starting from this model, Apple put in their phones this wireless fast charge and fast charge at all, and it was already a small box without charger right in a box. Basically, iPhone MagSafe charging, which was introduced from iPhone 12 Pro Max and Pro version. Alright, so for video testing, I will also make it. Let's test it out. And microphone as well. Video test of iPhone 12 Pro Max. Let's change the lenses. Stabilization, try to shake it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's move it here. Well, video test of iPhone 12 Pro Max. Let's change the lenses. Stabilization, try to shake it a bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's move it here. Alright, so after making a video test, after making the video test, let me just introduce to you some basic software. Basically, what it has: software update. It supports the latest version. Let me turn on Wi-Fi. Software update. Alright, connected. So currently, it's using the latest version of iOS, which is loading right now. So at least 2 years, I think, Apple will support. I don't know what's wrong with Wi-Fi. At least 2 years. Okay, 16.6 is the latest version, which is available right now, but I will install it later on. So I think, yeah, at least 2 years, at least until 2025, your phone will be supported. You can update it, update software on it. You can get some new features, etc. Also, from working perspective, it works pretty fast. It's based on a 3 years old processor, but still it works pretty well. Also, I think you should have minimum version of 128 gigabytes. You have, as I remember, 6 gigabytes of RAM here. Let me check out. So as you see here, yeah, it has 6 gigabytes of RAM, Apple A14 Bionic, the battery size in front of you, the screen size 6.7, which is more than enough for now, and the new iPhone still same. Actually, even if you are comparing with the new iPhone, like let's say compare with iPhone 14 Pro Max. Even from this picture, of course, the screen, this dynamic island appear and the camera is bigger, but in general and overall style still same. But the price here, as you see, is dramatically different, and I think you can buy second-hand iPhone for around 600 bucks for the cheapest version, which is quite well and quite good offer. Yeah, 6.7, almost same ratio. Of course, it doesn't support always on as a new support. That's not much difference. It's dynamic island, a bit better camera, a bit better processor, but in general, it's also hexa-core. It's also works well. 6 gigabyte of RAM, 6 gigabyte of RAM here. So same. Actually, it's also one of first phone with 6 gigabyte of RAM, which is still used in iPhone 14, which will be more than enough, and your phone will work 2 more years very fast. Of course, for cameras, if you compare, the newest iPhone will be better, but still it's also very similar. Just the main camera is 48 megapixel, here is 12, and all the other I will not go through, but LiDAR still here in the first iPhone with LiDAR, as I mentioned. For video, 4K is still more than enough. Selfie camera also very similar with the newest one. 4K recording supported, HDR supported. Stereo speakers here, so the speaker used as a stereo one. Still lightning here. Maybe and hope with the new iPhone they will change it. The battery increased a bit. Fast charging and MagSafe charging is still same, 15 watt for wireless charging and PD 2.0 for wired. Actually, that is still not that good comparing to Android devices. Yeah, actually that's it. So not much changes from the previous iPhone. It works fast, it's no lagging, it will be updated for 2 more years at least. The camera you just saw is also still very comparable with iPhone 13 and especially even with 14. So I think for a used phone for around like 6